Welcome to Dreaded Dreams TV, where we bring you another horrific tale. Today it's The Doll with the Beating Heart, Lila's Return. If you like this sort of thing, please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single story. In the heart of a dense, whispering forest, where the trees seem to conspire in silence, a young girl named Lila vanished without a trace. Her parents, Sarah and John, were consumed by a relentless search, their hearts heavy with a grief that seemed to echo through the woods. As days turned into weeks, the forest revealed nothing but its own undisturbed serenity. But one evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of despair, Sarah stumbled upon a chilling sight. There, nestled against the gnarled roots of an ancient oak, was a doll. It was not just any doll, but one that bore an uncanny resemblance to Lila. Its porcelain skin was cracked and weathered, its glassy eyes staring emptily into the void. The doll was dressed in a faded dress, similar to the one Lila had worn on the day she disappeared. Its hair, once golden like Lila's, was now tangled and matted. Sarah's heart skipped a beat as she reached out trembling hands to touch the doll. It felt unnaturally cold, and a shiver ran down her spine. John joined her, and together they examined the eerie doll. It was then that they noticed something truly horrifying. The doll had an opening in her chest, crudely but loosely stitched with a thick black thread, driven by a mixture of fear and desperate hope. Inside, they found a beating heart. The realization hit them like a thunderclap. The doll was not just a doll, it was Lila, transformed by some unspeakable magic. Her pulse was faint, but unmistakable, a silent plea for help. Sarah and John were no strangers to the old tales whispered in their village, stories of ancient spirits and curses that lurked in the forest. They knew they had to act quickly. Gathering their courage, they carried the doll to the village's wise woman, a recluse known for her knowledge of the arcane. The wise woman listened to their tale with a grave expression. She explained that the forest was home to a malevolent entity, a spirit that preyed on the innocence of children, trapping their souls in inanimate objects. The only way to break the curse was to confront the spirit and demand the return of Lila's essence. Armed with an ancient charm and their unwavering love for their daughter, Sarah and John ventured deeper into the forest as night fell. The trees seemed to close in around them, and an oppressive silence hung in the air. Finally, they reached a clearing where the moonlight could not penetrate the thick canopy above. There, the spirit awaited them, its form shifting and elusive, a shadow woven from the darkest fears. It laughed at their audacity, its voice a chilling whisper that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. Sarah clutched the doll tightly, her resolve unwavering. "Return our daughter to us," she demanded, her voice steady despite the terror that gripped her heart. The spirit's laughter grew louder, a sound that threatened to fracture their sanity. But John stepped forward, holding the ancient charm high. The charm pulsed with a gentle light, casting long shadows across the clearing. "You have no power over us," John declared. "We demand that you release Lila from your grasp." A fierce wind rose, howling through the clearing as the spirit contorted in rage. But the charm's light grew brighter, piercing the darkness. The spirit's form began to waver, its presence diminishing with each passing moment. Finally, with a scream that echoed through the forest, the spirit vanished. The oppressive atmosphere lifted and the moonlight flooded the clearing once more. Sarah and John looked down at the doll, holding their breath. Slowly, the porcelain began to crack and fall away, revealing Lila's true form. Her eyes fluttered open, and she took a deep, shuddering breath. The curse was broken. The journey back through the forest was a blur of tears and laughter. Lila was weak but alive, her spirit untarnished by the darkness that had sought to claim her. As they emerged from the forest, the first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of hope. Lila, held tightly in her parents' arms, looked back at the forest one last time. The trees, once menacing, now stood silent and respectful, as if acknowledging the strength of a love that could defy even the darkest of curses. And so, the tale of the girl who was lost and then found, the girl who had been a doll, became a legend whispered in the village. A tale of horror, certainly, but also a tale of an unbreakable bond, a reminder that even in the face of the deepest darkness, love remains the most powerful magic of all. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next chilling, goosebump-inducing story.